All right, now we're doing 7Q Name That Number. This is by Dan Waxman, and 85% of people like it. In this kata, we'll be given an integer of range between 0 and 99 and have to return the number spelt out in English. For example, 4 will be 4, 19 will be 19, and 99 will be 99. Words should be separated by only spaces and not hyphens, so like this. We don't need to validate parameters, and we're going to make sure the return string has no leading of trailing spaces. Yeah, we'll do that too. Awesome. So here we go. What we're going to do here is first we're going to declare some variables, all right? We're going to let ones equal an array, and then we're also going to let teen equal an array. Oops. And we're going to let tens equal an array, right? And then we're also going to say, because it makes it easier for us, we're going to say str equals none, all right? No, not none. We're going to use the string constructor, which when called instead as a function, it performs type conversion to its primitive string, which is more useful, excuse me. So we're going to say string num, and it's going to turn that number into a string for us. All right, so give me a second, and I'm going to fill all these arrays. Just give me a little bit. All right. So now we've got the ones, which have all the numbers under 10, with the teens, all the numbers under 20, and then tens, which we're skipping the first two just so it's easier to do something later. So let's say this would be like the zeros, tens, and then 20, 30, 40, 50, all the way up to 90, all right? And then we're going to have this string num like we had earlier. So now what we're going to do is we're going to return something, and we're going to use this conditional operator, which is the only JavaScript operator that takes 3 operands, a condition followed by a question mark, then an expression to execute if the condition is truthy followed by a colon, and finally the expression to execute if the condition is falsy. And this operator is frequently used as an alternative to if-else statements, and that's what we're going to use it for too. So first things first, we're going to say if, I'm not going to say if like that though, we're going to say if string.length, str.length equals, is less than 2. So if it's like, if it's a 1, if it's like a 4 like this, what we're going to do is we're going to say ones at num, because the number is going to be just one of these numbers, right? So after that, we're going to come down here and do an else if. So we'll say, give me a second. All right. Else if str at 0 equals 1, what we're going to do is have teen at num minus 10, all right? So if it's like, a 19, we're just going to make it say, we're going to do 19 minus 10, which would be 9, which would, it would go over here to 19. So 0, 1, 2, all the way to 9. So after that, let's come down here, and we're going to do the last one, and we're going to say if it's neither of these, we're going to use a template literal right here, which are literals delimited with backtick characters, allowing for multi-line strings, string interpolations with embedded expressions, and special constructs called tag templates. We're going to be using it for these string interpolations with embedded expressions. And these string interpolations are this. We're going to have the backtick characters, which are right next to to the left of the 1 key and above the tab key. We're not going to have any string text or anything, but we are going to do these embedded expressions, right? Which are $ with curly braces wrapping up an expression. So we're going to have 2 of those. So let's do the backtick characters here, and $, curly braces, $, curly braces. All right. And in this one, we're going to be taking care of like the 90 or whatever place. So we're going to say here, if, what are we going to say here? We're going to say tens. Oh yeah, because no matter what, it's going to be left like that anyway. So we're going to say here, tens at str at 0, right? Because it'll be like a 2 or a 9. It'll be like a 9 like this. And then on this one, we're going to say if str at 1 equals 0, we're going to say empty string, right? That way it'll just stop at like 90. But if not, we're going to say a space plus str at no, we're going to say ones at str1. So it'll get whatever's in this place. So let me just re-explain this. This one's going to look at this place and return one of these, and this one here is going to look at this place and either return a blank or a space and one of these here. No, this one here. No, this one will, yeah, or one of these here. That's what I'm saying. All right, good. So let's test this out, see if it even works. It does, awesome. Attempt it. Great, submit it. All right. And there's a lot of different ones. This one's kind of like the one we just did. There's a lot of different ways to do it. You can check them all out if you feel like it. Let's go to mine, just me right here. Best practice in my opinion. Very much like this. And we'll see you next time.